Well, it's been a year since the attempted assassination of Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania, and we have not seen a single arrest. In fact, I don't know if we've even heard any news. I put up this reading. I played clips from it in my live stream. This is actually my live stream edited down, so it's just solely the clips so you can hear basically what I was saying. And then after the reading, I'm gonna give you some listener feedback where people looked up information in my reading and sent me. So those, I don't know. So for instance, somebody found a hotel that fit all the descriptors of what I said. And I'm gonna show that to you. I'm not saying that that's the hotel. I'm just saying, here's a hotel that somebody found that fits all the descriptors. So that will be after my reading. Again, well, just listen for yourself. And please, if you like my work, make sure you're subscribed and click the notification bell so you will be notified when there's new uploads or when I do a live stream. All right, I'm Reverend Donna Seraphina. Here you go. It is my belief after my reading that it is a crime of extreme proportions. Say it first and then I'll talk about it. Okay, so here's clip one.
I've seen a busy street. I don't know if there's one near there. I'm specifically seen a McDonald's on that busy street. The street has so many businesses. There's so many signs that are like out by the street that it's would be hard to even read anything, but the McDonald's one sticks out. Okay, so I'm seeing him in this super cheap hotel room near this McDonald's. I'm looking at the McDonald's from the opposite side of the street, and I don't see any blocks or intersections between us and the McDonald's, but I'm up the street, so the McDonald's is up ahead on the right side, and I'm on the left side. There might be a hotel right there, and so there's a hotel room, and there is multiple men in there with this young man. The way I see them, they're showing them to me this way, obviously, symbolically, because they're dressed in black. Like men in black. They're dressed in black. Yeah, they have it kind of like a men in black look. So I think that I think there's three. Let me just get a little clearer into it. There is actually like maybe 4 or 5 other ones. And they're all men in black.
Okay, so that's the clip one. So just to explain that, I looked on a map and I was like, okay, where's a McDonald's and a cheap hotel? Like the Easy 8, Western 8, you know, that level of cheapness. What I want to say is, how they show me something doesn't mean that's exactly how it is. So how they showed me was, if I was looking up a busy street, right? Like a boulevard or a 4-lane street or something like that. And I'm at this, say, Easy 8 or Western 8 or whatever motel, cheap motel. And how they show me is the other side of the street is full of signs. So many signs, it just looks like signs, like sign. They made one sign be illuminated or stand out to me, and that was the McDonald's sign. So how I interpret that is, they wanted me to see a cheap hotel near McDonald's. If I'm standing in front of that hotel, I'm about maybe a quarter block, because there was no cross streets between me and that McDonald's, right? So there's a McDonald's across the street. And if people are doing sleuthing, you could look for that and send it to me at my email. My email is right there, ReverendDonnaSeraphina@gmail.com, okay? If you can find that. They had a meeting there, and I'm not saying they had it that day, but they had a meeting there. And that could actually be a key that could help unlock this case. That could help. Now, so how I see it is like thousands of signs, and then they make the McDonald's sign stand out. So I'm going, okay, they want me to notice the McDonald's signs. I don't know if it's literal that there's massive signs. I'm thinking it's probably busy, but really it could just be that they wanted me to notice that McDonald's sign. So that's how it works. Okay, the next is, I bleeped a bunch out, but I think you guys are smart enough to guess what's in the bleeps. And I did that for my own safety. And so like I'll say with this meeting in the hotel with the men in black, they didn't show me any of their faces. They showed me these people in dark suits, and then I'm like, oh, are you trying to show me like the men in black? And then they're like, yeah, the men in black, like, you know, in the movie, the men in black. And then, you know, so I'm seeing them, they're like standing around the room with a young man. I'm not even gonna say what young man, but they're standing around the room with him. And and so just, you guys are smart enough about these. I have to bleep this out. So the second clip, it's about a building.
So I see this building, and it has, you know, is that a feeling, but then it's outside of the building a little bit in front and to the left, not the full left, but on the left hand half of the building, if there's another building off to look. Question.
Oh, okay. So that's the end of that one. So it's a certain government building they're showing me. You know, if anyone from Trump's detail wants to, he should trust nobody that he doesn't know. But anyways, this next one is about a farmer kept coming in. And it's like, and I meditated a different time and a farmer was coming in. So hear about him, and he comes in a few times, and maybe he's not really a farmer. I don't know, but he keeps coming in. So hear this. This is the third clip. Please see if there is anything from local law enforcement or the Secret Service.
The farmer comes back in, and I'm seen on the other side of that shed. It's really weird. I don't know why. It's like if you drew two small circles with a line between the two small circles. And I don't even know what that means. I have no idea what that means, but I should just draw it down, and that might be a clue that I look for. The farmer, there's the farmer's pitchfork again. Oh, you know what those things look similar? You know how wrenches are with the two holes? I think it's called I don't know what the tool. It's not a wrench. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know the name of it.
So there's something to do with all this to do with the farmer, and it's interesting that it comes up when I'm asking, oh, is there any local cops or Secret Service involved, which I should have asked one at a time. So this farmer comes in, right? So if someone was sleuthing and you know you can spot anything on the site about that, send it to me. The other thing is, I don't know the meaning of it. I cannot interpret, but they were trying to show me, like, you know, it's like this and then there's a circle at each end. What were they trying to show me? I don't know. If you have any ideas, you can put them in the comments again, or you could email me. So number 4, it's more about this farmer guy.
The guy's running across the farm field. I swear to God, they just keep putting this farm thing in there. It's a farm guy. He wears khaki clothes. Okay, so I'm seeing him, he's going, shh, and then he wears khaki clothes.
These will go pretty quick. So the handler. Okay, so here we go, the handler. So first, I think you all know what that means. The person who, you know, is responsible for the main grooming and manipulation of the patsy.
Oh, a picture of him and the guy that, his handler. I see the guy. He's like tall. I think he's tall. He's taller than this guy anyways. He's taller than the 20-year-old. He looks like to be in his probably late 30s, early 40s. He's brunette hair, straight, has a little pepper, salt and pepper look. I mean, it's mostly dark, like brunette or black, but it has a little white in it.
So, if you're going to look around Crooks or the other guy they say it is, look for someone that fits that description. So that's the handler. Now we get to the shot caller. It's like these could be like chapters in a mystery. Okay, like the shot
head. It's a.
I'm going to stop right here and read this comment. This lady, Susan, is saying Yurik. So that's the guy's name that some people say that looks like Yurik on the roof. Now, maybe they were both there, but I agree. I think it looks like Yurik on the roof. I don't know. I'm not advocating that it is. I'm just saying. And Susan says Yurik and Crooks were members of the same gun club. So if you can investigate that and send me any information to my email, I'd appreciate it. So I'll go play this. I wish it was louder. If there's no reason why that other microphone shouldn't.
The actual government that we think is a government doesn't actually run the country. So what I'm seeing is like, if you consider the White House a stage and then you went through the door and closed it, there's people behind there that are actually controlling everything. This is just for us to have this illusion that we've chosen our lot in life. Literally. So that we have the illusion we've chosen. I'm getting chillable. I'm like about that. So we have the illusion that we chose this. That whatever our circumstances are, the greater amount of people want this. Which isn't true. But that's to give us the illusion. That's how they control us. And so these people behind there, there's a group. There's not just even one. And it might be like 19 or... I don't know why I feel like saying 19. So they've convinced whoever this group is, they're like, they're top. War is their life and money, and they're stealing they're stealing all your tax money. It's and whoever's around him, look at his staff and who he associates and has meetings with, that's who's it.
Okay, the next one, Manchurian Candidate.
So they put him in a class where they were teaching him stuff. Or they led him to believe they were teaching him stuff. Because the classroom is dark, and I don't even know if he's the only one in it, but there's a teacher that's like, if they used to show you a slideshow and then they had a pointer, they'd point at stuff. So they're showing him information.
Okay, so yes, he's a Manchurian Candidate. There's zero doubt about that. If you hear me talking quiet, it's the question, so don't worry too much. The answer is what's louder. So we got, yes, he's a Manchurian Candidate. He was groomed. There's a shot caller. It's related to the military. There's some kind of guy involved on the fringe, and I don't know how he's involved, but he either poses as a farmer or something. And about that McDonald's and hotel. And then there was some building. And if there is anybody like who does real security for Trump or can get this message to him, I'll give you the original files. I need to also protect myself, which I did this reading over a week ago. And every day I'm sitting there going, I don't know, should I put it up? And other people who have ulterior motives in the government try to kill them. That's a worst crime of all. Satan yet? Okay, Manchurian Candidate. Here's this one. I just labeled it Satan.
I'm seeing Satan walking. It was weird, like in his claws, he was holding all these corporations, and he's just like walking up this hallway with his big black wings and these... I gotta draw this. I gotta make a... video.
Okay, so here's motive. 9 and 10 are about motive. Here's number 9, motive.
Yeah.
Anything to do with motivations of anybody related to this?
They put me back into that room with the military. It was like, when you see in a movie some military intelligence briefing, it looks similar to that. And they put me back in that room as soon as we went to motive. The motive is military. They got a plan. The plan is they're not just going to risk the lives of the American people. The motive is they want to have a war. They want World War III. That's the plan. That's the motive.
Okay, so Trump says he's going to stop this war. It's, honestly, I'm going to get my website back up. Also, you can just send me an email and put email list. Don't got to write a letter or anything. And I will put you on an email list where then I'm going to send out. I only sent out 2 emails in the last year. You're not going to get spammed. I'm not selling anything. But I would email you information. Okay, here's the second part about motive.
That's the plan. That's the motive.
Did any of these people have anything to do with this?
Stop.
J. shape, or form.
It's that. Let's follow. Who's his boss? His boss is Satan, and he is also working for the destruction of America. He knows that it's not going to benefit America to be in a World War III. His goal is to turn World War III his goal is to turn America into a third world state. Coming into my mind. That's been his goal the entire time.
Okay, so yeah, somebody just pointed out if you click like, if you go just see the like button down there, if you click that, YouTube will share this live stream with other people. So the motive is World War III, and this kind of, they're rolling towards, they want to have the World War III because they can collapse America that way, you know. So that's the motive. The motive is military. The motive is they want to do this World War III, and it's all related to that. This whole assassination, they're not going to stop here. And the idea I read the other day, and I don't know if it's true, where Trump was saying, this is so much bigger. This is about who really runs the country and the military industrial complex, which you are infringing on because they want to have World War III. Okay, that's what's going on. Of course, they're gonna do whatever it takes. We may see the curtain come down where they step forward as who they really are. Okay, now I don't know why I was shown these waves. Somebody else might. Again, you can write me if you figure this out.
Where some waves hit a wall, and then there's that shape they make. Like if you were a little 5-year-old and you were going to draw waves, how you would draw them. For some reason, I'm seeing that shape now. I'm not sure the meaning of it, but just remember,
Okay, so I don't know what that was about. It meant something, so if you know, you can write to me. And this is about the bullseye signal. So I'm not sure, if you're not on X, you might not know that just several days before Trump was shot, whoever runs Biden's Twitter X page, which is not him anyway, put out a thing that says, we need to put Trump in the bullseye, right? And then so several days later, he was shot. This is how people who plan these big events, they don't call each other where it's going to be traceable, okay? They send out a signal. And that signal is that bullseye. I firmly believe that signal, the go-ahead, here's the go, was let's put Trump in the bullseye, okay? Now it's back to the hotel room, that original hotel room that's maybe a quarter block up from a McDonald's. Cheap hotel. Here it is again. Comes back in. This is in order that it appeared in there. I don't know where that froze me, so I'll play this over. So, okay, so it goes back. This reading, all these clips are in order from the reading. And this clip, number 13, it's about the hotel room again, where I saw the men in black. And it's up the street from McDonald's. It's a cheap hotel. So here's clip 13, back about, it goes, the reading, you know how a lot of these readings, sometimes they'll go back and cycle through, and they're trying to show like connections and things like that. So this is about that hotel room.
The 5 men in the hotel room. It might be like a Easy 8 or Western 8 or whatever it's called. 5 men in the hotel room.
So that it's important. You want to solve this case, especially like get this to there. I think there's one senator that's just like going for broke on over there on X and putting up every bit of information they get. You find that hotel room with their cameras, question the workers, you'll find out, you'll have proof of a greater conspiracy. Okay, so then it goes to number 14. Secret Service complicity.
Whoever was in control of setting that entire security thing up that from the Secret Service needs to be fired. Fired. They purposely set it up so that this could happen. I'm seeing the black car, similar black vehicles, so what they put him in. I'm seeing that type of vehicle. I'm seeing the person. I'm seeing one of the people on. I should say they're highlighting. They're showing me the highlighting.
Okay, so there's no doubt this conspiracy goes all the way above the top and above the theater of even the White House. So you have to think about who's more powerful than those in the White House. And that's how high it goes. And it's about this whole agenda, and it's about military. It's completely related to the military. And that's why Trump would be making a big mistake to be doing. Oh, you know what? I didn't save the clip, but they were showing me a crane and they were showing me a lake. And I was like, are they showing me about a future attempt, like another attempt? And I wasn't sure, so I didn't put it. But then I'm thinking, well, they had a crane there that they held the flag. And it was near a lake maybe, but I don't know what that was about. I'll just say that. But they did show me. So if it comes up later, I mean, to me, it's a huge mistake for Trump to think this was a one-time thing. Because I think that they're going to do whatever they think they need to do. Even if it's pull back the curtain and like the Wizard of Oz, like who's really controlling this? We are in control. And they could do that by making events happen where they have to take control, right? But they were in control the whole time. Okay, let's see. So here's more. I don't think I played this one yet.
Yeah, look for the guy.
This is related to the Secret Service.
He's part of it.
I can't be afraid. Americans have to stop.
And whoever was set to set, they all need to be fired.
Those aren't bad words. They're names. They're names and descriptions. There's a limit to how much of this I can publicly say.
That was a planned assassination. No, they didn't plan it, but they are complicit. Where I'm seeing it going back to, surprisingly, is because I'm more leaning towards, in my mind, physical mind, towards relationships. But I don't know. At this point, I don't know that. And I got a little bit of spirit energy. So, is it more military?
This is a military assassination. Let me just put it that way. Okay, yeah, all the beeps. Someone thought, gosh, so many swear words you have to cut out. Those are not swear words. Those are just names. So we got who involved. So we got, okay, so more about who is involved.
But we'll be very careful. We'll try to figure out a way to tell people this. Who's more powerful than the government?
Here we go. We've only got 2 or 3 more. There's 2 more. So we go, who is it again?
Keep seeing
So
that.
shot caller. The group is
Military
shot caller.
guy.
Military. And then I'm saying them because they're showing it to me, but I can't say it out loud, And then the last one is also about who's involved.
So I'm seeing the green tractor, and I believe that might be related to a name. So when I look at that guy, then I have to look at.
So that was the farmer coming back in. Oh my God. It's a big conspiracy. It's not even a little conspiracy. See, I don't know about who the farmer is, but I know he comes in. I know he's came in 3 times during that reading. I know for sure, that's what I was saying. What I forgot what I was talking about earlier was in the reading I did on June 22nd. I thought he was an alien at first. I was going, I think this alien has a big apple head, but it goes down to a normal chin. I think they were showing me that Crooks guy, because did you see his head is a really big apple head like that? So I guess I shouldn't just assume everyone's an alien that looks like that. But more importantly, in that reading 3 weeks before, I was comparing it to when Jack Ruby shot Oswald and the JFK thing, and I was saying it's all theater. This is happening under theater. So that was symbolic, right? So this whole thing, they're making it seem like this person's a patsy when it's really this big, huge military industrial conspiracy. But this is related to the military. So I think that's all the information that I have to present. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. And I think that we need to pray for this nation. And maybe that's what all I can do is I'll say a prayer and then I'll end this. And dear God, dear Holy Spirit, in your name we pray that all the eyes of all the people in this United States will be wide open to see things how they really are, to let go of the delusion that we live in, that the awakening is to see things how they really are. And I'm praying for everybody listening to this to feel peace and love and to understand the importance of this moment, the importance of the time that we're in, to be the free country that we grew up in. I'm praying for an end to these wars. And I'm praying that we all feel love and peace and knowing that the afterlife is real. I'm praying that everybody watching this, either now or later, just feels the love of God surround them. A loving God. And you see, this earth was created. There's a lot of beauty and a lot of amazing things. But everything, if you look at a battery, everything that's electric, which the world is, has a positive and a negative charge. And there's a torus field around the world with a positive and negative charge. And this is a place of positive and negative, and it's a place to make choices. And as you can see, or if you look around you, the negative, those that wish for control, those that wish to quell your spirit, those that wish to create chaos and death, are attempting to take control. And it's super important to actually be able to see them in order to deal with them. And they need to be dealt with. We need to stand up as a country and demand that our constitutional rights are followed, that America remains a free country. And we need to think about that. So I love you guys, and I'm so glad that you joined me today. I will see you soon. Okay? All right. So keep your eyes open. All right. And when you see events happening, don't go, oh my God, I can't take it anymore. Oh my God. Know that they're planned. Know that they have more things planned. And when these big events happen, the very people that want you to turn your power over to them, to protect them, are the people who very likely have done those events. So don't turn your power over to anybody. That's what I'm just going to leave you with that today. And I tell you guys, I love you guys. Bye.
I'm seeing a busy street. I don't know if there's one near there. I'm specifically seeing a McDonald's on that busy street. The street has so many businesses. There's so many signs that are like out by the street that it's would be hard to even read anything. But the McDonald's one sticks out. Okay, so I'm seeing him in this super cheap hotel room near this McDonald's. I'm looking at the McDonald's from the opposite side of the street, and I don't see any blocks or intersections between us and the McDonald's, but I'm up the street, so the McDonald's is up ahead on the right side, and I'm on the left side. There might be a hotel right there, and so there's a hotel room, and there is multiple men in there. With this young man. The way I see them, they're showing them to me this way, obviously, symbolically, because they're dressed in black. Like men in black. They're dressed in black. Yeah, they have it kind of like a men in black look. So I think that there is, I think there's 3. Let me just get a little clearer into it. There's actually like maybe 4 or 5 other ones. And they're all men in black. So I see the CIA building,
And it has, you know, you'd have, is that a feeling, but then it's outside of the CIA building a little bit in front and to the left, not the full left, but on the left hand half of the CIA building. If there's another building, I'll have to look.
Next question. Was there anybody involved in any way with helping the shooter to know or to access that building? Was there anybody involved from local law enforcement? Please see if there is anything from local law enforcement or the Secret Service.
The farmer comes back in. And I'm seen on the other side of that shed. It's really weird. I don't know why. It's like if you drew two small circles with a line between the two small circles. And I don't even know what that means. I have no idea what that means, but I should just draw it down and that might be a clue that I look for. The farmer, there's the farmer's pitchfork again. Oh, you know what those things look similar? You know how wrenches are with the two holes? I think it's called, I don't know what the tools are called. It's not a wrench, I don't know, maybe it is. I don't know the name of it. The guy's running across the farm field. I swear to God, they just keep putting this farm thing in there. It's a farm guy. He wears khaki clothes. Okay, so I'm seeing him and he's going shh, and then he wears khaki clothes. Oh, a picture of him and the guy that his handler. I see the guy. He's like tall. I think he's tall. He's taller than this guy anyways. He's taller than the 20-year-old. He looks like to be in his probably late 30s, early 40s. He's brunette hair, straight, has a little pepper, salt and pepper look. I mean, it's mostly dark like brunette or black,
Is there any military
but it has a little white. And so these people behind there, there's a group. There's not just even one, and maybe like 19 or I don't know. I don't know why I feel like saying 19. So they've convinced whoever this group is, they're like, well, they're top military brass, obviously, but they're, war is their life. And money, and they're stealing trillions. They're stealing all your tax money, so they can float around on little boobies in the water. It's the